A few years ago, to be exact, almost 2 years ago, I did a video on all the key features I wish Camtasia had, with examples, and I said them, please text me now. That is June 2021, and I mentioned an improve to the captioning interface. They've not done that in Camtasia 2023. It's quite unfortunate. This is what they do in that aspect. Allow us to freely move the captions or the subtitles we create up and down wherever we want them. ADA or the American with Disabilities Act, if somebody wants to use that, that's okay. If you want to move them wherever you want to move them, that's fine. Next up, have caption templates. Now, if you look like an application like Descript, they have a ton of caption templates, and people are creating social media videos, vertical videos, and you just click on the template and you just add it, and that's it. It's super quick based on the captions or subtitles that you have on your timeline. Now, unfortunately, that's not been there. Now, they use GPU to render. This is coming up. It's in the interface is still in beta, but probably not where it needs to be. I tested it out. Kind of looks the same speed. Not much to say about that. Next up, render audio and video as standalone. Now, and what I meant here is that I did an explanation in the video right here. What I intended with this is that when you go to render a video, instead of having to render a video first and then come and render the audio next, you have like a checkbox, render audio separately, so that once the video is done with the audio, you can also have a separate audio file for that if that's what you're looking for. Still not there. Cursor presets have been available. Quick audio export is still available. It's available. Shut down computer when done rendering. Now, we've all been at a position where you've done a ton of tutorials or maybe videos you've edited and everything in between, and you'd like to leave maybe your laptop running or your desktop running, and then when you wake up, your laptop finished rendering and turned off the computer. Still not available. That is something I'd recommend. The free applications like the transcoding application of choice, Handbrake, has that. It's just telling it in the code in the background, turn off that particular computer when XYZ process is done. That's all that is needed. And then there's the audio wave match, or more or less synchronization. Now, this is 2023, and most, if not all, video editing applications out there have the synchronization feature. There are times when you use two recording devices. Maybe my laptop is recording and I have a mic that is recording, and maybe the mic has better audio quality. All you need to do is sync that automatically. Those are features that these folks can implement super fast, and I'm saying that because I believe they have the financial muscle to do it. Next up, split screen visual effects. Now, these are more or less like templates for split screens, or whatever they want to call them. It's up to them. I feel that this is something they can do and do very easily. I don't know what needs to be done for the folks at TechSmith to really look into the consumer. And I'm also mentioning this because I feel for a fact that the latest version of Camtasia, and I'm actually going to look at Camtasia 2023 right here, filters this week, you'll notice that, as you can see here, there's not a ton of videos that have been done on Camtasia. It's actually only the folks of Camtasia. Nobody else is doing these videos, actually just a few folks. But if you look, there's probably this video, this video, this video, and this video. Something that tells me that this feels like a silent kinda product update. Even on the TechSmith website, that is on the support page, they usually make an announcement. It's not there. Obviously in the homepage it's there, but in the background it's not there. So I'm not so sure if they're confident with this particular update or this particular release. Now, I wish they did some of these things. Next up, we have a log of edits / history of changes. Now, I know they cannot log every cut that you do and whatnot, but sometimes when you do something major, then and probably major, it's something probably they'll let somebody predefine. It would be awesome to actually just have a log of history. Probably this is going to eat into like somebody's RAM and whatever, but it would be awesome if you can easily roll back to a particular change that you made without having to maybe restart your project. Now, I've always had an issue with the canvas, especially if you have a small monitor. You just have to click, I don't know what, and then you click to expand that thing. It would be easy if you just hit the shortcut and the whole canvas, like the preview area, just pops up. That would be really, really awesome. Saving webcam settings, still not there. Support multiple webcams and cameras, would be awesome to have that, but it's still not available. Estimation of render time, I don't think it's still available. Estimation of video render size, still not there. Grid lines are now available. Rulers, grids, that's available. Visible video editing dimensions, still not available. Something that I can easily implement. The reverse video effect is there. Visualizer effect for audio waveforms. These are some things that are incorporated in applications like Filmora, Descript, and the world is changing. And especially with the recent AI developments, I feel that Camtasia is lagging behind extremely. Next up, this was combined projects or half tabs with different video edits. And this is more or less nested timelines. Whatever they have in quotes as nested timelines is kind of like group timelines for whatever you're looking at in a group. Now, we all know that Camtasia can lag, especially when you have a huge project. But imagine what would happen if you had nested timelines. You work on one timeline and then another, so that to avoid the hanging that happens due to the lags or whatever, then you have your different timelines and then you can combine them later on to render out your video. That would save a ton of time. Nested timelines. And there are folks like Kdenlive. These folks raised about 20,000 euros, if I'm not mistaken. And right now in their latest release, they now have nested timelines in their workflow. Really, really awesome. Now, some things that I believe the folks at TechSmith can do easily. Motion tracking. Now, this is something I believe Camtasia 2023 should have had. Pen, like you see, masking using a pen. So if I'd like to mask using a pen, it's something I'll be able to do. But clearly, I'm not so sure if the folks do listen to what we say, because, for example, the captioning issue, it's been going on for almost 7 years. I've seen it in the forums, and it's heartbreaking to see that Camtasia is lagging behind. With all the AI improvements available, I'm not sure if they keep up like this, they're going to be relevant in the next 2, 3, 4 years, because AI is going to take out a lot of businesses out of business. Now, as I mentioned, Kdenlive, these guys just did like a donation of sorts. TechSmith, I believe they have that amount of cash to get very extremely good programmers to incorporate new features in their products super fast. No need to wait for a year. Just 6 months and Camtasia 2023 is done in a way that everybody really appreciates what's going on. So this is what Kdenlive are doing. They wanted to create nested timelines, improved effects workflow, performance boost, improved keyframing with easing type scarves, whatever, better support for video formats with alpha. And mention of alpha, it would be awesome to also be able to export videos with alpha. Now, I still have a beef with the export option or the export interface that Camtasia 2023 is shipping in. What should be the default? They still have the legacy in there. But folks, can we just have what we had and then you incorporate that new render engine into the old interface? It's something that we are used to. Probably somebody who is new may not even notice, but the other interface was just straightforward, simple, easy, step by step to render out your video. Now, I'd like also to jump into like Filmora and just show a couple of AI improvements in Filmora. AI copywriting powered by ChatGPT. You can write scripts, you can write titles, etc. Motion tracking is there, auto beat sync, silence detection, some things I wish were available in Camtasia. AI image, you can convert text to images, right inside Filmora instant mode, AI audio stretch. So for example, you're doing a video and your music is shorter than the video, just use the AI stretch tool. I believe the folks at TechSmith can still do this. Next up, we've got speech to text. Now, this is available in Camtasia, but using the default inbuilt system. They also have their own Audiate kind of platform where you can also edit, use it. But I wish it was something that is incorporated into that. Now, the auto reframe, AI portrait, AI audio denoise, text to speech. This is not yet available, but I believe I've seen that it's going to be available in Audiate from some of the write-ups. AI smart cutout, remove video background, audio ducking is available. But you can see some of the features available here are features that I believe, considering the years Camtasia has been in business, should be available. Because as much as Camtasia was more or less like a screencasting kind of tutorial-based application for maybe organization, school, training, and so on and so forth, it is also a video editing application that needs to adapt to the changing times. These are some of the few things they can do. For example, color. If you look at Filmora, there's color match, there's color correction, advanced color correction tools. Now, if you're asking me, or if I'm recommending to somebody who just wants to edit videos, I'd recommend Filmora over Camtasia. I wouldn't recommend Camtasia because it's pricey. It doesn't have most of the features that somebody would be looking at. Now, that said, I wish that they can do the following. Improve on the captioning interface and have like caption presets. There's a ton of real estate on the properties side once the captions are done. I still miss the way we would type our captions on the left and they appear down here. That funny box that they put down there that you click that covers everything when you're working doesn't make sense to me. Now, just make the GPU render available. Just make the shutdown once complete rendering is done available. Give us nested timelines. That is something we would use. Motion tracking, something that would highly would come in handy. Masking, like pen masking and whatnot. Like there's just a ton of things. Visualizer effects like waves moving up and down, especially for people who are editing podcasts. AI copywriting that is incorporate ChatGPT in your application. Some things that other companies are doing, and I don't think you need to break the bank to be able to incorporate that. Include applications like DALL-E, Stable Diffusion in all that you're doing. And for example, like in Kdenlive, the latest update, they've included, and probably, and I'm not sure if the folks at TechSmith would want to do this, they've included Whisper. And Whisper is free. It's OpenAI's speech recognition engine, and people can be transcribing and creating subtitles in record time. So it's not time to look at other applications like competition. Let them be applications or tools to build what you have into a robust and create a massive application that will live on for generations. But as it is, guys, you're lagging behind like nobody's business. And I hate to say it, if Filmora had more Casa effects post-production, and if they had multi-layer recording for their screen recordings, then I don't think anybody would use Camtasia. I'll be very honest. I don't think anybody would use Camtasia if Filmora did actually that. Now, there are a ton of tools in there, and probably the final thing I'd recommend, I've seen in an application called Visla, is what is it called? A teleprompter, a digital teleprompter, especially for people who create tutorial videos and want to read. I believe it's something that you can look into. I'll leave the links below, probably if somebody from support or even the research and development team look into this. But that's it for this video. It's what I feel.